Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. We have up first Schalke 04 away from home in the Bundesliga. We then take on Bayer Leverkusen, or as I like to call them, Bayer Never Losing, because they are yet to lose in the Bundesliga. They're absolutely smashing it, and we take on them in the DFB Pokal. And then we move into the month of November, where we take on Wolfsburg back at home for the final game in today's episode. Now, as usual, guys, this is my favourite part of every single episode that I do on FIFA 20 career mode stuff now, and that is looking at the comment section from the previous video. So as I turn over to the comments, we have a first comment in here from Kuru the Creator saying, great performances, the only thing acceptable against Schalke is a win. Now, go back a week or two about that comment, I would have thought nothing of it. But it's Chris's next comment that comes in, which really sums that comment up for me. And it's, Brad, you can't simulate the Schalke game. It's the derby. Schalke are Dortmund's biggest and local rivals. It's like the situation with Liverpool and Everton, and you wouldn't simulate a game against Everton, would you, Brad? And quite frankly to that, Chris, thank you so much for educating me, first of all. Thank you also, Kuru the Creator. No, I wouldn't simulate a Liverpool versus Everton game, regardless of them at home or away from home. Unfortunately, guys, it's about educating me. I've never done a career mode in the Bundesliga before. I've done the Premier League a lot. I've also done English other divisions, but I've never come outside the Premier League. I've never done the Bundesliga or the Spanish League. So you guys have to educate me as much as I try and make great episodes and great content for you guys. But thanks to Chris saying this, it's changed my perspective of things, because the first game is against Schalke, we're away from home, and as he says, it's like Liverpool versus Everton. I wouldn't simulate that, I'd rather play it and definitely try and get the win. So I think going back to Kuru the Creator's comment about the only thing acceptable against Schalke is a win, well, yeah, I agree, because, of course, it's the derby and we want to make sure we get the win. So, Kuru the Creator, Chris, thank you so much. Please do continue to educate me at the end of the day. Like I said, I don't watch a huge amount of Bundesliga football. I tend to just watch highlights of games. I also don't know, how to pronounce some of the German names or some foreign players' names. So this is why you guys need to educate me. So, Chris, I now know next time we come up against Schalke, we'll be at home, and it's basically like Liverpool versus Everton. It's the German derby between Dortmund and Schalke. So I'll make sure, to play that game next time it comes up, and we will also be playing it in today's episode. Comment in from Trev saying, sorry I've been away, busy setting up my PC, career mode, plus family issues. Well, Trev, hopefully you've got your PC all set up and you're ready to go on career mode. And I did message you that if any of you guys ever having problems, obviously I don't want to go into Trev talking about family issues, but if you guys are having problems at school, or you need help with something, or you've got problems at home, or you're worried about something, or you want some advice, my advice may not be the best, it may not be the worst, I really don't know. But if any of you guys ever want to message me or ask something, hit me up on Twitter. I'll put on screen now, I am at MassiveBrad, and I'm more than welcome for you guys to follow me, tweet me, DM me if you have any problems, if you want a little bit of advice about school, if you need help with something, I will certainly try my best. So Trev, that still goes out to you, mate. If you want a little chat, hit me up on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, create one and we can chat. And finally, comment from Ethan LFC. Great video, as always. Well, the last episode in the Dortmund career mode was great, because we played 3 games, and surprisingly, for the first time ever in this Dortmund career mode, we got 3 wins. So I was very happy coming off the back end of the last episode, because, well, it's the first time we played 3 games and got the 3 wins. So I was very, very happy with our performance. But now, let's get into today's episode. We've covered the comments. We know what games we've got in today's episode, which means, guys, we will be playing the game against Schalke up next. We will then, of course, be playing the game against Bayer Never Losing in the DFB Pokal, which then means we'll be simulating the last game in today's episode against Wolfsburg. But the good thing about that is Wolfsburg are at home, and you've obviously got a much better chance of winning the simulated home games. But right now, let's attend this press conference, because, of course, there's going to be a press conference. It's the derby between Dortmund and Schalke. Hopefully we can get the win. I do know that our defender at Liverpool, Joel Matip, came out, I do believe, from Schalke 04. So I'm excited for this one. Let's see what the media have to say. Here we go. And again, guys, if there's anything in the Bundesliga that I need to know or learn, it's your guys' job down in the comment section to educate me. Inconsistent results of lately are really testing your team's title ambitions. Can you arrest... Well, I'd say in the last episode we won 3 out of 3, so I'll just say it never is. I'm just trying to angle slightly Right now, unfortunately, guys, sometimes you may see the green screen slightly, okay? Let me just read this. Sorry, Borussia Dortmund won the last match. Comfortable margin, do you reckon that Schalke have... if they're not scared, they should be. Yeah, we'll go with that. If they're not scared, they should be, because we're absolutely smashing it right now. But as I was saying about the border, guys, unfortunately, I don't have proper lighting right now. 1 second again. Your side had a bit of a mixed bag in terms of results recently, and the manager reacted to this seemingly. My players will improve soon. You'll see. Yeah, we'll just go with that. As I was saying, guys, kept getting interrupted by the reporter, but I didn't want to miss a question. Basically, the situation right now is my desk is located in the corner of a room, and I have a blackout blind, so no light gets in. I then have the green screen sat behind me, and the light for the room is behind the green screen. If the light was in front of the green screen, you'd have the light coming down, and it'd reflect onto the screen, and you wouldn't have little patches down here. Where are we? Down here of green, and that's because it's slightly darker green than up here. So what I'll do is I set my mobile phone up over here, and the light reflects on the left side, so you can see that it's pretty decent over here, but then not so decent over here. Probably after Christmas, sometime in the new year, I will be looking to get professional lighting that'll sit just there and just there, reflect off me. It'll light me up, light the chair, light the green screen. The green screen will then be all pretty much one shade of green. So then when I choose that green to disappear, it will reflect. Because obviously right now I've got, like, let's say a light green, but then because down here is this side, see just here by my hand, it's a slightly darker because of a shadow. It means then that unfortunately I can't get rid of that green. But regardless, I am planning on doing something in the new year, guys. So just hold off for that. And also a quick reminder, it's now the 10th of December, meaning there's only 2 weeks and a day till Christmas. Next year in January, I will be doing trials for a pro club team. I was going to say where it's slightly different then, guys, because the pro club team, we're going to play once every 2 weeks. I'm going to record however many games, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many games we play in the session, and then I'm going to make it into like a pro clubs compilation goals and assists and tackles and stuff like that, and make a video with you guys included. So if you do have a headset, great, because one of the biggest rules is, guys, for me, is you've got to have a headset so we can communicate. I've played with a few people that have got a bit of a broken or a dodgy headset. You need to get a new one for Christmas. That should be top of your list if you want to take part in the pro clubs and potentially be in videos. The second thing is, obviously, I want people that are going to pass, want to get assists, aren't greedy on the ball, don't get the ball and think they're suddenly Ronaldo in his prime and going to take on the whole team. It's important that you pass, you play the ball around, we play possession, we keep the ball. That's the important part for me. So apart from those two things, I just don't want greedy players, and I want to make sure people have got, you know, it doesn't have to be an expensive headset. You can pick up a headset for £10, £20 now in the UK, and it does the job. So realistically, if you are getting a new headset or you want to take part in the pro clubs that's coming next year, don't forget to drop me a comment down below. It's going to be on Xbox, unfortunately, guys. So if you have got an Xbox, hit me up. I know there's a few of you that already want to get involved in it, but if there's anyone else, please do let me know down below in the comment section. But here we are, about to take on Schalke. This is going to be a big game, and I am excited to get into it. I didn't realise it was the derby, but I certainly do now, which makes me want to win even more. The lineup we're going out with: Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we've got Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Then Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Zagadou and Klosterman at the back, with Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Schalke. We're away from home. Can we kick off today's episode with a win? Come on, black and yellows. Taking on our local club, Schalke. Let's listen. The Riviera Derby. That's what they just said. I'm excited for this one. Schalke versus Dortmund. Dortmund versus Schalke. Tell you what, in the Bundesliga, the flags, especially like when I've watched videos of Dortmund, the flags and the big posters and stuff that they have is absolutely incredible. I'd love to go to a game in the Bundesliga. I may well look at doing that next year. Quick little flight over to Germany, go and see Dortmund. I'd like to go and see Dortmund, I think. Do a little vlog for you guys after we finish the Dortmund career mode. I then go to a real game in real life and vlog it for you guys. I think that would be a pretty good video to finish Season 2 at Dortmund by going to a real game. But it is going to be FC Schalke kicking us off in this first half period. Let's get it on the way. And come on, Dortmund. Out now to Sancho, who's going to turn his man and look at moving forward. Let's go inside and then go over the top from Alcacer there. Referee, Sancho's been taken out. How is that not a foul? Brandt over to Schultz. Schultz on the inside now to Paco Alcacer. Through now to Schultz. Schultz through on goal. Should finish it. And Bastos gets rid of that one. We should be 1-0 up there. That was a great bit of football there from Paco and Schultz. But unfortunately, nothing on the end of it. Pull Sancho in. See if we can just head this out to Sancho. We have done. Julian Brandt going to flick it on. Sancho's going to be gone here. I think Sancho's potentially going to get the better of these Schalke defenders. He's absolutely flown down the pitch. Here comes Sancho towards the back post. Little dink in. It's going to come to Marco Reus on the volley. And it's wide a goal. I was looking for Julian Brandt, to be honest, towards the back post, but it took a deflection. We've had a few decent chances here, and I'm shocked that we're not already 1 or 2-0 up. Witsel going to push forwards now. Here goes Witsel. They'll wait for Sancho to get in behind there. Nicely done. Here comes Sancho. Little dink in. Looking for Paco Alcacer. It's 1-0. Well, Paco Alcacer stood in the same position I wanted him. Shugged the defender away from him. He stepped back and was ready to bury that one. You can see he runs in. Number 5 watching him. He then just sets off away from him and volleys it in at the far post. It's a cracking goal. There's Marco Reus going to play it through now to Jadon Sancho. We're going again here now. Inside, outside. Sancho now going to look at pushing on. In the inside, he's going to get caught there. He hasn't. Put this back. Little dink in now for Julian Brandt towards the back post. Alcacer is there to finish up again. 2-0 within minutes of each other. Absolutely scenes in the Schalke versus Dortmund game. Beautiful ball in there from Sancho, who's on a plate to Julian Brandt. Keeper gets down, but unfortunately only pushes it into the path of Paco, who controls it on his left and side foots it into the back of the net of his left. His 9th goal in the Bundesliga, and we're 2-0 up against Schalke. Zagadou going to keep fighting and send them out wide. Got to be careful here. Hummel's going to get a cracking block on it. Well done, Hummels. A bait. That one stung into Witsel. Up to Marco Reus, who's now going to come forwards. Here goes Marco running at these defenders. Marco Reus potentially going to try and go all the way here. Still fighting for it. Bastos gets ahead of him. And unfortunately, the referee is now going to blow for half time. Marco Reus was doing a Son there, like Son scored on the weekend for Spurs. He just run at the defenders. 2 goals, 2 shots on target. And 2 of them ending up in the back of the net. Well done, Paco Alcacer. And as I was saying, Marco Reus was just running at the Schalke defenders there. If Bastos didn't come across, Marco Reus was going to be through on goal. I'm happy to jump back into the second half with exactly the same team. We've got a little bit more left in the tank with this starting 11. So I think in the next 10-15 minutes we'll then look at making a couple of changes. But as Paco Alcacer kicks us off in the second half, let's get it underway. Let's look for another 2. On the inside, beautiful. Paco Alcacer going to turn his man. Playing up now to Marco Reus, who's going to look to get the better of Bastos. He is absolutely away. I'm going to look to give the hat-trick to Paco Alcacer into the middle. Paco Alcacer scores his hat-trick. Unbelievable. Marco Reus was gone. He was lightning quick getting away from the Schalke defender Bastos. Left him for dead. Squares it across to Paco Alcacer, who buries it in the back of the net. Let's put the pressure on here. Nicely done. Keep the pressure going. Klosterman going to have to get the better and on the better side here of Montondo. Klosterman ball into the middle. Well done, Schultz. Through now to Sancho. Sancho going to cut this back. I'm going to go over that far side now looking for Julian Brandt. That's a cracking ball. I'm going to cut this back and go straight into Marco Reus. Marco Reus going in now to Paco Alcacer. Through there to Marco Reus, who's going to get the better of these defenders as he cuts back onto his right foot. Let's fly. Marco Reus makes it 4-0. We are on fire. We are on fire. It's a cracking strike from Marco Reus. He turns us back to the goal, but still manages to just hook his foot underneath the ball with his side foot and place it past the keeper. We're 4-0 up here against Schalke. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, hey, da-da-da. Unbelievable scenes for Dortmund away from home. Ball in behind now from Montondo, who's got the better once again. Nicely done.
The referee points to the spot. Penalty. He's now got to be extra careful.
Well, we always knew there was going to be drama in a derby game, but unfortunately Zagadou's given away a foul here. Oh, well, at least the fresh legs get to come on, but we have now got a penalty. Can we stop it? Yes, we can. Berkey with a massive save to keep a clean sheet with 8 minutes to go. Berkey defies all odds. Because we've got to remember, we've got a fan objective called Roman Soldier, which is about Roman Berkey keeping clean sheet. That save is potentially just done that. Ball coming in. And Bastos gets there. I nearly spoke a little bit too soon there. Is Witsel going to still hold this up if we can? Let's go to Delaney. Then we'll go in now to Mario Goethe. Round the corner now to Paco, who's trying to get the better of Miranda. Hazard's taking this off him. Little back heel here into Witsel, who tries to get a shot off. Bastos has certainly been one of the best players for Schalke, but he hasn't done enough in this game. We beat Schalke 4-0. We win the derby, and Paco Alcacer picks up the match ball with a hat-trick. 3 attempts, 3 goals. What a phenomenal player he is being for us at Dortmund. Absolutely cracking. He's always right time, right place. And look at that. Goal, 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 goal. Miss, miss, and a miss. We absolutely smashed them. 4-0 against Schalke. Kuru, you said the only acceptable thing is a win against Schalke. Chris, you told me we have to play against Schalke. It's the derby. They're the local team to Dortmund. We do just that, and we smash them. 4-0, 12 shots, 7 on target. Paco Alcacer picking up man of the match with a 10.0 rating. Let's get into the post-match interview. And what a cracking start to today's episode. Here we go. What a result. What a result. Sancho is continuing his hot run of form. How satisfied with his performance today over the goddamn moon. Although I think he got an assist, he didn't do too much other than that. The runs he was making was absolutely spectacular. So, fantastic player, and he does deserve all the praise. A hat-trick is something we rarely see nowadays. I agree. What is your take on Alcacer's performance? Yeah, I would say, yeah. Breathtaking. Alcacer was primed and ready. Alcacer is a role model. Yeah, breathtaking performance from Paco Alcacer. It is something you don't really see hat-tricks anymore in any leagues. Well, probably the only man to do it is Robert Lewandowski in the Bundesliga. Mr. Brad, you dealt a strong blow to your rival today. Did you prepare differently for this match? No, we didn't. We come off the back end of 3 consecutive wins. We went out and done exactly the same. Today was a good day. We were primed and ready. All matches are equally important. Yes, they are. Regardless of it being the derby, we still have to train and work hard and just realistically get a win game after game. You are very welcome. And as you can probably see, I am beaming ear to ear because what a fantastic win that was. Next, we take on Bayer Leverkusen. I'm hoping they're about to lose when we play them and hopefully knock them out of the DFB Pokal. It's the round 2, and unfortunately, we haven't got the starting 11 I quite intended to have. With us only playing 2 days ago, we don't have a full starting 11 in the usual starting 11, the likes of Marco Reus, Paco Alcacer, Sancho on the right wing. So I've put together the best team I possibly can. A team like Bayer Leverkusen, especially after we lost to them in the Bundesliga, I really want to be playing the strongest and my favourite starting 11, which is the one we just put out against Schalke. Unfortunately, as you can see, we've had to overhaul the whole entire team. And I don't think, apart from Berkey, there's one player there that played in the last game. But we're going to have to get out there. We're going to have to do our best. We're going to have to play some good football. But all the players that are on the pitch right now should look at what we've just done against Schalke and realise we've got a solid team. And one of these players has really got to shine for us to break in to that starting 11. But we've gone with Marlen up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we've got Mario Goethe in the central attacking midfield. Guerrero, Weigl, Dahoud and Hazard through the midfield. Hakimi, Seunju, Akanji and Piszczek at the back with Berkey between the sticks. Bayer Leverkusen are smashing it in the Bundesliga right now, but can we potentially knock them out of the DFB Pokal and send them into a downward spiral rut where they start losing games in the Bundesliga? I was truly embarrassed last time we played Bayer Leverkusen. I didn't expect them to walk over us. Fair enough, I was the new manager. I was still learning the strong and weak points of this Dortmund team. But it was embarrassing to come in and suffer such a bad defeat. Was it 4-1 or 5-1 we lost? And after 6 games, the only goal the Bayer Leverkusen had conceded was the one that we scored with Marco Reus, and that was literally like a late goal after we were already 3 or 4-0 down. So I don't want the embarrassment again. We are at home. We've got the home fans behind us. They're going to be very impressed with the current streak that we're on in winning games. Hopefully we can continue that and keep them happy with win after win after win. But it is going to be Marlen to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Let's see what we can do this time round against Bayer Leverkusen. The RB was a problem last time. He's going to be a problem this time. He's already battling our strikers and wingers off the ball. That's a great ball in behind for Bellarabi. Now we're going to come across. Well done, Akanji. It's going to fall back into the middle for Volland, and it's a great save from Berkey to deny them going 1-0 up already. Well done, Berkey. Ball into Volland, who was the problem for us in the last time we played them. He gets a toe to it. Well done, Berkey. Roman Berkey with a big boy save there. Volland back out to Havertz. Got to be careful on the inside now. Sionju, he's got the better of you. And Bellarabi makes it 1-0 to Bayer Leverkusen. Just feels like last time we played them, ladies and gentlemen. They're having a lot of the ball. They're getting us on the counter. They're getting in behind our defenders. I'm hoping it's not going to be written in the stars here for Bayer Leverkusen. It's going to be a repeat of what happened last time we played them. It's a great goal. Here comes Kevin Volland flying forwards here. That's going to be a problem. Let's slide in there. Well done, Sionju. Cracking slide tackle. Here's Viegel out wide now to Hazard. Hazard on the inside to Mario Goethe, who's going to look to run to this one. Unfortunately, Sven Bender's going to get there and play it back to the keeper. Guerrero on the inside to De Hood. Marlen going to play it back now. Play it through there to Marlen. Marlen through on goal. Surely, Marlen! The keeper saves it. Great chance there for Marlen to take it to level terms. He just doesn't, unfortunately. Piszczek on this one. Ball in. Piszczek going to try and get his head to it. It's cleared away to Mario Goethe, who's going to smash that one a goal. I have no idea how the ball even got through, but it did. But they managed to do it. It's De Hood out wide now to Piszczek. Piszczek on the inside now to Guerrero. On the inside now to Goethe. Through now to Marlen. Marlen once again going to get a shot off a goal. Oh, it was close. The whip and bend on that. He nearly buried it in the far post. It was a difficult angle. Ball into the middle. Akanji's got it. Let's head it on if we can. Nicely done. It's Mario Goethe looking at running forwards, but the referee is going to blow for a half-time whistle. We are unfortunately going in 1-0 down. But that last 20 minutes, we've really booked up our ideas and we're starting to exploit Bayer Leverkusen at the back now. I think if we keep doing that, we will find our way through. But it's all going to depend as Volland gets us kicked off in the second half, whether they find a second goal or we find our first goal, because it goes 2-0 and it's a long way back to the end of the tunnel. Is Viegel now going through to De Hood. Come on, lads, we've got so many options here. De Hood going out wide now to Mario Goethe, who is running at this defence. Jonathan Tah slides in. Let's just put one on the inside now. Oh, how have we screwed that up? And then we can look at pushing on from there, but we've got to find that initial first goal. Let's get in there. Oh, Sionju. Oh, that's not good. That is a problem. Look at this. Here comes Bellarabi. Ball into the middle. Let's deal with it. We haven't. Berkey has absolutely smashed it there for us. Just get rid of it, lads. Just get rid of it. De Hood. Now going to play that ball out to Goethe. Let's go out wide. It's Bellarabi sliding in. We've caught the man. Here comes Damari. Ball into the middle now for Damari. Ball through to Volland. Is he going to be offside? They deserved 2-0 moments ago. Just can't get rid of the ball.
Well, here's the replay. The keeper's made a save, but it's not good enough. It's back into play.
It's off the post. There's not much you can do there. No one was quick enough to react. And Marlen is going to pick that ball up there. And Marlen is now going to run at these Bayer Leverkusen defenders. Ball into Body!
Just found wanting in terms of the finish then.
When you're given an opportunity like that and you miss it, you just know it's not going to be your day. Not many options here. Go through to De Hood. Ball through there now to Hazard. Going through now to Body! Come on, Body, finish it! Ah! Come on, it's frustrating. I'm just going to come back to balance now. We're not going to be on attack and we're not going to get 2 goals from it. They're going to just pass the ball around. It's game over.
There's the final whistle. The home fans are jubilant. They are going through.
Well, you have to say it was a good performance. certainly tested at times, but they've come through that and will have to fancy their chances in the next round.
Absolutely devastated. Well and truly devastated. The DFB Pokal, for you guys that don't know, is a bit like the FA Cup in English football. And we're already knocked out in such an early stage. A Kanji 7.1 for our best player. 7 shots, 3 on target. They had 9 shots, 8 on target. They deserve to win with those stats. And unfortunately, we crash out of the DFB Pokal. What do the media have to say? I'm actually gutted. I feel like we have got, which you'll have seen probably all over social media, your side was thrashed today by Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Any impressions? I won't say we were thrashed. It's 2-0. Yeah, I hope my boys are listening to this as well, because Marlene, you were shocking. But as I was saying, guys, let me just answer this question, then I'll speak. Borussia Dortmund did not manage to score today and ended up losing the game. What went wrong? What went right would be easier to be honest. But yeah, I just hope you'll have seen all over social media and probably other YouTubers, career mode YouTubers that you watch. EA, since the latest patch, made it because big teams like City, Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona were getting relegated. They then made it a lot more difficult and made it more of a challenge for you to win. But it's now glitched where I've seen screenshots and in one of my own saves that I don't record or anything. I just play it for me for myself. I think it was Bayern Munich went all season winning every game, no draws, no losses, and unfortunately it just makes it very difficult, because if Bayer Leverkusen are glitched and they're going to go all season without losing or drawing a game, we're never going to catch them, meaning we're never going to win the Bundesliga. So what went wrong today? They were the better team. Our performance was unacceptable. We couldn't play our usual game. Yeah, they were the better team. And unfortunately, if Bayer Leverkusen are going to be the better team all season, well, they're just going to dominate, aren't they, and win the Bundesliga. Bellarabi is one of the best players. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was really a good player. He was indeed. He was very, very difficult to defend against and very difficult to get the ball off in the midfield. I'm gutted about that. Well, at the end of the last episode, I said I was going to play the Wolfsburg game, and the reason for that is because VfL of Wolfsburg are doing very well. 9 played, 25 points, currently joint second with FC Bayern Munich. Unfortunately, Bayer Leverkusen, as you can see, have played 9. They're on 28 points, meaning they've played 9, won 9. So nothing right now is stopping Bayern never losing. Absolutely nothing. They are killing it. And unfortunately for us, if we don't get the win over Wolfsburg for the simulated game, it means FSV Mainz can knock us out of the top 4. We've now just broken into the top 4 after beating Schalke. And at least that's obviously something that we talked about at the start of the season. I at least want to finish in the top 4 to bag us Champions League football again next season, in our season 2 at Dortmund. We've unfortunately just been knocked out of the DFB Pokal, so we'll have to go again next season for that and try and win it. But if we come up against Bayer never losing in the semi-finals or the finals, or even so early on in the round 2 like we did then, I just don't see how we're going to stop them, because right now they're absolutely unstoppable. But we are now going to attend the press conference. I'll then show you guys over the starting 11 we're putting out against Wolfsburg, and then we'll simulate it and hopefully get that very important win. We need to continue on our winning ways right now. We went 4 or 5. I think we've done 5 winning, and I think we were 7 unbeaten, so we drew 2 and won 5 on the bounce. Then we've just lost against Bayer Leverkusen. I'm hoping that's not going to impact us too much against Wolfsburg, but Wolfsburg right now are absolutely smashing it and are currently second with Bayern Munich, so it's going to be a difficult one. I did just notice them. Our man Paco Alcacer is top of the Bundesliga, top goal scorer currently with 10 goals, so congratulations to him. Hopefully he can keep it up, and hopefully he can score against Wolfsburg. But right now, to attend the press conference. Delaney's in good form. Will we see more of him today? Yes, we will. Switching tactics, because the other 2 make no sense for him not getting in the team. No team managed to beat you so far. Your unbeaten streak. We've been beaten. This has happened in the Liverpool career mode as well. They talk about being unbeaten. We've been beaten. Inconsistent results of lately. Why inconsistent if we've won every game and we're unbeaten? Makes no sense. Yeah, our responsibility is to try. Done. Questions done. Not really in the mood now. That game against Leverkusen's really put a bit of a downer on my mood right now. But we're going into this game with our head held high against Wolfsburg. And this is the lineup. As you can see, the only two players that aren't fully fit are Akanji and Berkey between the sticks. And also Marco Reus. Just spotted Marco Reus isn't 100% fit. But we're going to do our best with the team that we've got. And just keep our fingers crossed that we can get a result. But we've gone with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little deeper, we've got Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back with Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into the simulated game. Let's get the players warmed up and just hope we get the win at home against Wolfsburg. We do. We beat them 3-1. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And surprisingly, they mentioned about Delaney being in great form. It's Delaney that actually opens the game with the first goal in the 20th minute. They then replied only 6 minutes later with Ginczek scoring in the 26th minute. Only moments later, we get a penalty in the 32nd minute, which Marco Reus calmly slots home to take it to 2-1. We then have nothing else in the first half. Go into the second half where Guerra comes on for Julian Brandt in the 55th. Zagadou comes on for Akanji in the 59th, which I'm very happy about because Akanji wasn't fully fit. Mabu comes on for Brooks in the 61st for Wolfsburg. Delaney picks up a yellow card in the 65th. Van der Beek coming on in the central midfield for Witzel. And then to finish off the game and put the last nail in the coffin, Marco Reus manages to score in the 83rd minute, capping the game off with a 3-1 victory. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central. We've advanced all the way to the next game, or the first game in the next episode, which is going to be against Inter Milan. If we get the win over them, it would put us up to 9 points. I do believe Barcelona should probably beat Slavia Prague, putting them up to 9 points. And with Inter Milan and Slavia Prague then still being on 3 points, it means we can simulate that last Champions League group stage game. We will probably be playing the Inter Milan game just to make sure that we do get that very important win. But as we go over... Oh, that's the top goal scorers. We don't want that. We want the league itself, and we want to change to the Bundesliga. Just so, Bayer Leverkusen lost. Who did they lose to? Did they lose to Bayern Munich? No, they lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayer Leverkusen have finally lost. Bayern Munich are yet to lose, meaning we have a new league leader in Bayern Munich on 28 points. Bayer Leverkusen dropped down to second on 27 points. Wolfsburg still sit in third on 25 points. We're sat in fourth on 23 points. And Mainz are keeping up with us, still only 2 points behind. So we end today's episode with a new Bundesliga league leader. Absolutely scenes for Bayer Leverkusen, who have started off the season absolutely unreal. But let's take a look at the games in the next episode. We have Inter Milan in the group stage, our fourth game, I do believe, or our third game. We then have Bayern Munich, which we have to play. And then SC Paderborn, which I am excited to be certainly confirming that will be the simulated game. So 2 big games at the start of the next episode. Inter Milan and Bayern Munich. And then we simulate the game against SC Paderborn. But a little bit of hit and miss in today's episode. We started off great, winning the derby against Schalke. We then unfortunately got knocked out of the DFB Pokal by Bayern Leverkusen. And then we finish on a high by beating Wolfsburg 3-1. So not a bad episode. Unfortunately, we just suffer a loss in the middle. But we do end today's episode on a high. And that'll put us in a great mind for coming up against Inter Milan and Bayern Munich in the next game. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below if you're new around here. Click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.